Cinderella is going to the ball. New Ulm edged Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, 5-4 in 12 innings at Johnson Park to capture the Great Lakes American Legion Region 5 Baseball Championship. New Ulm got timely hitting, outstanding defense, and great relief pitching. First baseman Marshall Bloomer snubbed a 4-4 tie with a 2-out RBI single. Off reliever Beaver Brewitt to score Chad Stoll, who had walked in Stoll's second base in the top of the 12th inning. And the victory gives New Ulm a berth in the World Series, which begins Thursday in Kokomo, Indiana. New Ulm is the first host team in the state of Minnesota to advance to the World Series, and its second appearance for New Ulm in the Classic since 1978. New Ulm takes starter Mike Cheezel to a 4-0 lead with a pair of runs in the first and fifth inning. Scott Schmidt double-domed Chad Stoll in the first, and Aaron Allen scored on a wild pitch. In the fifth, Allen sacrifice fly scored Jim Leslie, and Brian Robbie scored on an error. But Oconomowoc chased Cheezel in the seventh inning with a 4-run uprising. Catcher Bob Anderson's bases loaded single to center skipped past Jim Leslie, clearing the bases, and Anderson scored on a base hit by John Kopfer. Chad Stoll turned in 5 2/3 innings of scoreless relief, getting out of several jams to get the win. And Jeff Stoll talked about the effort by his brother.
Yeah, the other day his arm was sore, but no one's going to stop him from going out on the mound today. He didn't let his arm bother him. I wasn't even thinking about it. Just going out there to do the job, and he did it.
New Ulm's defense turned in several spectacular plays to preserve the victory. The game-saving catch was made by right fielder Rick Wellman in the bottom of the 12th inning when he made a diving, rolling catch of a line drive off the bat of John Kopfer with 2 runners on. And if the ball had gotten by him, Oconomowoc would have scored twice. The Wisconsin team left 17 runners stranded on base after getting 15 hits. New Ulm is now 31-12, and they will depart Twin Cities International Airport tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. They will fly to Cape Girardeau to pick up the Region 6 champion, and then fly to Kokomo. And anyone interested in making that trip to Indiana should meet at the Legion tonight at 7 p.m. New Ulm will play its first game on Thursday night around 8 p.m. against either Las Vegas, Nevada, or West Covina, California. In the semifinal game earlier yesterday, Oconomowoc edged Midland, Michigan by the score of 6-5. Sleepy Eye defeated New Ulm 8-7.
Johnson Park in New Ulm. Last night, before almost 2,000 screaming fans, the host team edged Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, 5-4 in 12 innings for the regional title. 3 of the regional wins were by 1 run. The laugher was a 2-run margin. But back to the Cardiac Kids, they came up with one stellar defensive play after another as the Wisconsin team stranded 17 base runners. The most crucial defensive play came in the bottom of the 12th with 2 Wisconsin runners on base. Reserve right fielder Rick Wellman made a diving catch of a sinking line drive as sportscaster Mark Shalansky narrates.
One on, drill, and Wellman reaches up, makes a great catch, and the runner of third could not give.
And had that ball eluded Wellman, 2 runs likely would have scored and Wisconsin would have won the game. That play made it 2 outs, and then came the final play as a cool Mark Shalansky describes.
Fastball swung on, grounded toward third.
What'd you say, Mark? So New Ulm wins the regional title in a 5-4 squeaker. And now it's on to the Legion World Series starting Thursday in Kokomo, Indiana. The team will leave by plane early tomorrow. KNUJ and KXLP salute New Ulm's regional baseball champions. It's back to the classroom today in a number of...
Well, as you heard, the New Ulm Legion baseball team is on its way to the World Series, and it will meet West Covina, California Thursday night around 8 o'clock in the first round of that double elimination national event. Site of the tournament in Kokomo, Indiana is Highland Park Stadium. Host 132 became the first Minnesota host of a regional tournament to qualify for a berth in the World Series last night with a dramatic 5-4 12-inning victory over Oconomowoc, Wisconsin in the Region 5 Great Lakes Championship game. Marshall Bloomer drove in Chad Stoll from second base with the game-winning run. Right fielder Rick Wellman made a game-saving catch of a slicing line drive off the bat of Wisconsin's John Kopfer in the bottom of the 12th inning to save 2 runs. And Chad Stoll relieved starter Mike Cheezel with 1 out in the 7th and shut Oconomowoc down to get the win. As for the rest of the field, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, is back to defend their World Championship from Region 3. Carmichael, California, made it from Region 7. Woodward, Oklahoma, comes from Region 4. The champions of Region 1, 2, and 6 have not yet been determined. And Coach Jeff Stoll says it was the team's goal to go to this World Series.
That's one thing. That's our goal. All year long, beginning of the year, we didn't want to think about going up this year's season, but it was always on the back of our mind. We go there, whatever happens, there happens. We made it there. That was our goal.
And there will be a meeting tonight at 7 o'clock at the New Ulm Legion for anyone interested in going to Kokomo. Sleepy Eye defeated
Mercury dealer on Highway East Mankato. And my special guest this afternoon is Jeff Stoll, coach of the New Ulm American Legion boys baseball team that last night won the American Legion Great Lakes Regional Baseball Tournament in New Ulm, defeating Oconomowoc, Wisconsin in 12 innings on a score of 5-4. They had lost to Oconomowoc the night before on a score of 8-4. Did you believe when this thing began about a week or so ago and through all of the rain and everything that you really had a chance to end up where you did end up, Jeff?
Well, we thought we could compete with the teams. To tell you the truth, we didn't believe we believed in ourselves that we could make it there. But to win it all, you had to be there to believe it.
I'm sure. And certainly it had to be just an exciting time of all exciting times last night when in that 12th inning. Describe, first of all, what happened in your half of the 12th, and then they just about tied it up in the bottom half of the 12th. What was that scene and situation?
Well, in the 12th inning, our leadoff guy got on a walk, and for some reason their pitcher went all the windup, and he took off for second, got him down to second. And the next two guys got out for us, and Marshall Bloomer came up with 2 outs and got a base hit up the middle and brought him in.
And then they almost tied it up in the bottom half of the 12th inning, but their misfortune turned out to be your good fortune.
Yeah, they had runners on first and third with 1 out, and the kid hit a line drive out to our right fielder. Who came sliding in on his knees and caught the ball. And the guy at third came halfway down towards home. He had to go back to third to tag up, and that time it was too late. Next batter grounded out to shortstop and won the ball game.
And you're on your way to the American Legion World Series in Kokomo, Indiana. You leave early tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about that with Jeff Stoll right after this timeout. Coach of the New Ulm American Legion Post 132 baseball team, winners of that Great Lakes Regional Tournament in dramatic style with that 5-4 win in 12 innings last night over Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, our guest this afternoon. This is the second team from New Ulm that's gone on to a World Series. The team in 1978 did it. How did that team fare?
They went out there and they lost 2 heartbreaking games. They lost both of them in the 9th inning. They had leads going in and lost them. We're going to be going out to Kokomo hoping just to get one win for us on our belt and go play 1 game at a time.
Okay, that's the only way to do it. I understand you leave New Ulm early tomorrow morning.
Yes, 4 o'clock we're leaving for the cities. Our flight leaves at 7 for St. Louis. From St. Louis we go into Indianapolis and bus to Kokomo.
Marshall Bloomer, who had the line drive over second base that won it for you in the 12th inning last night, I understand is a very, very enthusiastic type player and really had himself a good series in this tournament, right?
Yes, he's the kind of guy that got the whole team going, especially in a key situation. A couple games back against Illinois, we were down by 3 runs going to 9th. He got us going. And tonight he made some heck of plays, scooping some balls out of the dirt to keep us alive, and he came through in the last inning for us, got the big hit. He's a clutch player.
And the kind you like to have around. He's going to be at Mankato State University, I understand, as a walk-on and playing football for Dan Runkle. But first, he's got some more baseball to play for you guys. Your pitching rotation, who will you go with? And you, first of all, you play on this coming Thursday night, 8 o'clock, against Las Cabinas, I believe it is, California. Do you know who you're going to throw in that game?
Right now, me and my assistant Dave Shalek haven't talked about it. We'd probably go with Chad Stahl if his arm's all right. Other than that, it'd probably be Mike Schuster. One of them two will get the start. I'm not sure which one will get it yet.
Well, Chad Stahl, I believe, is the one who scored the winning one for you last night, was he not?
Yeah, he did. He got on base. He was heads up on that. When the one guy went on the windup, got the second. Base hit, got him in.
Anything nice you want to say about your brother?
Yeah, like I say, he did a heck of a job out of the bullpen with a tired arm because he threw 197 pitches the first game for us. And he had a tired arm the whole tournament, but didn't let it bother him last night.
Well, rest him up, get him well, and hopefully you guys can do a number on Las Cabinas, California, this coming Thursday night. Regardless, congratulations on winning the American Legion Great Lakes Baseball Tournament in New Ulm over the weekend. Congratulations to you, Jeff, and your entire Post 132 ball club.
Thank you.
That's Jeff Stoll, our special guest this afternoon on Sports Insight. Jeff Stoll, coach of the American Legion team from New Ulm that won it all and goes on to the Legion World Series. And that's going to be played in Kokomo, Indiana, and they play this coming Thursday night at 8 o'clock against Las Cabinas, California. That's Sports Insight for this afternoon. Join us again tomorrow at 5:30. We will visit with University of Minnesota football coach Lou Holtz.